Hey, this is Dr. Marisa, women's hormone expert, author, and the host of the Essentially You podcast. And today, I am about to hook you up. Now, what if I told you that in the next 30 days, you can lose some of that stubborn belly fat, improve your energy levels, and simply feel better? In other words, you are waking up ready to rock your day and have energy to spare to hang out with friends on a Friday night after work. All by simply making a few small tweaks to your morning routine. Now, not only is this entirely possible, it is well within your reach. Now, the reason why I can speak to this is that I personally have been doing the things that I'm going to be sharing with you for the past year and a half, and they have made the biggest difference in my health and overall well-being. And today, I want to help you get there by sharing 3 simple things that you can do starting every morning that will totally transform your life. Now, you're probably wondering, why does it got to be in the morning? Well, if you know me, you know that a morning routine sets the tone for everything. Your mindset, your day, your metabolism, your energy levels. Everything that's important to you starts with a morning routine. And trust me, if you're feeling sluggish in the morning or you're just not a morning person, like my husband Alex, what I'm about to tell you is going to fix that. And here's why. What you do and eat in the morning will either make or break your energy and metabolism for the rest of the day. And over time, these habits are either going to propel you towards optimal health and energy or closer to disease and fatigue. And that's because your body so badly wants to run in a metabolically flexible state, a thermogenic state, with as few blood sugar spikes as possible, especially starting in the morning. It's literally where it all happens. Now, if you're wondering, well, what is metabolic flexibility? It basically means that your body's metabolism is able to burn whatever fuel it has. Either it's burning fat, like our more deeper stores, or it's burning carbs. And our body's ability to constantly flexibly move from one substrate to the next really allows us to have that energy throughout the day. Plus, it's important to keep your blood sugar curve as flat as possible, especially in the morning, to help improve your insulin response for the rest of your day and your life. And that has everything to do with your energy levels as well. So, given how important this is and how much this is going to change your world, how do you begin to accomplish this? Well, let's start with the 3 things that you can start doing today to build and support your metabolic health. Starting with number 1. Start your day by resetting your metabolism, your gut, and liver. Now, regardless of when you ate the night before, the goal is to be fasting about 12 hours. Now, I do have some opinions on what time you should be eating in the evening. I say the earlier the better because we are more insulin resistant the later it gets. And if we eat too late, it disrupts our sleep and messes with our ability to wake up and have great energy the next day. So ideally, I recommend having a 4 to 3 hour window from your last meal till when you go to bed, and then roll it 12 hours. So let's say the last meal of the day was 7 p.m., roll it over to 7 a.m., and that gives you a 12-hour circadian fast. And you want to give yourself about an hour each morning before you eat. So for me, I wake up around 6:45 a.m. I have a 20-ounce glass of my Belly Slim Down water, which includes sliced Meyer lemon, it can be any lemon, cucumber, and mint. And I've been infusing them in a glass pitcher in the fridge overnight. Now, what I love about starting your morning with a big glass of water, ideally an infusion with some yummy herbs, citrus, is it helps flush all the waste and resets the gut and liver. So then around 8 a.m., about an hour or so after I woke up, I break my fast with a savory breakfast that is protein focused. And I'm going to be sharing more on that in tip number 3. So hold on tight. Number 2, get outside for 5 minutes and move your body in a way that feels good. And if you can afford more than 5 minutes, go and get it. Now, after I get my water, I've got a huge 22-ounce jug that I literally can carry around with me. I head outside and I walk to the beach stairs where I run 5 sets of stairs before meditating at the beach for about 10 to 15 minutes. Now, I follow all of that up with a quick 15-minute weight workout once I get home. But don't worry, you don't have to do any of this. I just want you to be outside for a couple of minutes because I want you to reset your cortisol awakening response, and I want you to boost up your mitochondria, which are literally your energy powerhouses. If you can give your mitochondria a little bit of a morning nature boost, man, it is going to change your world. Now, what I recommend, if you can, move your body, whether it's dancing or yoga or just walking in your backyard, just get it going. Maybe you have a dog you can walk. But the point is that you move yourself into a fat burning thermogenic state and you turn on those mitochondria through a hormetic process of getting out in nature. Then take a few minutes to practice some gratitude, maybe listen to some positive affirmations that you've said to yourself, maybe a meditation. So not only are you doing the physical, moving your body, but you're also getting your mental game strong as well. This is going to set the tone for the rest of your day. So again, step number 2, get outside, move your body for about 5 minutes or longer if you can to reset those mitochondria and to help get your thermogenic state started. That leads me to tip number 3. Break your fast with a savory breakfast. Now, this is probably the most important tip of the 3 tips that I'm sharing today. I do not want you to break your fast with dessert. So no added sugar, no processed foods, no refined carbs and starches. That is going to mess everything up. Your blood sugar is going to spike out the roof and it's going to just set your metabolism up for some major dysfunction for the rest of the day. So a common misconception is that we should eat something sweet for breakfast because it gives us energy to get up and go. Unfortunately, this is not true. Current research shows that when we have a ton of carbs or starches or sugar for breakfast, we actually have less available energy during the day because it's pretty much automatically stored as fat. We also know that a breakfast meal that spikes our glucose, and it absolutely will if you eat sugar or refined starches, and that's because that first meal of the day is the most important because it literally sets your blood sugar up for the rest of the day. And so when we eat anything refined starches, carbs, sugar in the early morning on an empty stomach after a 12-hour fast, it is going to shoot right up. It's kind of like the equivalent of, have you ever gone out to happy hour after work and you haven't had anything since noon and you have that one margarita or that one glass of champagne before you eat anything and you are automatically buzzed? It's the same experience. If you start that first meal of the day with sugar, like sugar in your coffee, or you have a croissant, or you have a donut, or you have a vanilla latte, it is going to shoot right up. Your blood sugar is going to spike and it's going to just deregulate everything for the rest of the day. And what you'll find is when you eat sugar for breakfast, you're going to feel hangry, tired, and you're going to have killer cravings by 10:30 a.m. I remember back when I was in my 20s and I worked as a biochemist, I would have a protein bar and a Diet Coke or a coffee for breakfast. And then by 10 o'clock, I was starving again. And I often needed another little treat. Usually it was a Kind bar to get me to lunch. So I would have sugar and then I would hit a wall, have more sugar, and then I would finally get to lunch. And then at 2:30, I'd crash again. I was just on this perpetual blood sugar roller coaster. I don't know if this is something you've experienced yourself. We definitely want to get you off that roller coaster. So we want to make sure that we set you up with a savory breakfast. So blood sugar is essentially going to be set in that first part of the morning. And the best way that you can ensure your blood sugar stays balanced is focusing on that savory breakfast, aiming for 30 grams of protein, some healthy fats, and a gang of fiber. And I'm talking about veggies for breakfast. Now, the easiest way to do this, at least for me, is eating leftovers. Last night, we made a ton of lamb burgers. We had a big Greek salad. And so I just heated the lamb burger up, redid the salad, and that was breakfast for me. Also, you can blend up a protein smoothie, especially like a green protein smoothie. So I make smoothies for Kingston every morning. I do a little bit of almond butter. I do greens, frozen fruit, a little bit of protein powder. That's super healthy. And it is a super, nutrient dense smoothie that will not spike your blood sugar. Now, what's so great about this is when you set yourself up for success with breakfast, you change your metabolism to work for you throughout the day. And it's super easy to implement. Literally, you're just swapping out the sugary stuff, the processed stuff for leftovers or a protein/green smoothie. It is that easy. And just pick the thing that's the easiest. Now, if you are loving these tips, be sure to subscribe to the show for more easy tips to heal your hormones and upgrade your health. Until then, have an amazing day.